These are those who have no access perhaps to food,
Yeah.
shelter, education, healthcare. These are people who cannot afford or do not have any access to
Yes,
this
they
on
don't
their
have-
own.
they don't
Okay.
have access to it.
Okay. So that's of course making it quite clear on who the needy is. So let's now move on, or do we? Because we are addressing the needy and the greedy. And I'm taking something from what he has said. Although he mentioned his uncle, I've not said anything. So who are the greedy, or who do we term greedy?
Before stepping into an issue, I need a bit of clarification. I feel while I am going to talk about the greedy, the needy sometimes need to be viewed from both present and the future. Present and future, I mean, is that today you may be in need, but there may be a brighter future ahead. That by so time, I know I'm going to get this. My situation may change. But when we are talking about the needy means right now there is no access. The future, no hope. And that is why we are bothered, because right now there are homes and there are families, there are children that whose parents are alive or sometimes are not alive, that they are living in the midst of poverty, in the midst of hardship, no access to any source of care. And tomorrow is there may be no hope. So in that case, you really discover that people are born sometimes into such situation and may eventually return back out of this life in the same situation. I think it's a bit painful one. Now, I can only then talk about those I may be calling the greedy, but I'm very careful. I don't like to use that word. I'm very careful. To me, it looks offensive. So may I come down to say, I'm referring to the other class of people. You have something, but you have what I may call wanting desire to get more. In other words, you are always in the need to accumulate, adding to what you already have. You lack the satisfaction with what you already have. Again, beyond satisfaction, you also find it very difficult to give a little out of what you already have to someone else. Not only keep it for yourself, but you cannot give it out and you want to add more. So in other words, I may say the greedy are those who may not want anything to go elsewhere other than themselves.
Yeah.
No other ones will get it except they get it.
So now we've not made that clear. So the needy and the greedy. For the needy, those who have no access to some certain basic needs, and of course that man who perhaps the other class, like the Reverend you say, that's the greedy man, the man who of course wants to accumulate more and not willing to share, or let just even a little go to those who are in need. Now take note, we're definitely going to have you get involved in this one, but let's just actually address some certain issues. So how do we respond to the needy? How do we respond to those who have no access whatsoever to something? Those who have no future, like he said. Some people, things may be bad now, but at least there's hope. Perhaps I have an education, I have no job now, I could get a job tomorrow.
Yeah.
Perhaps there's no food now, but indeed something could, but for some people, no hope whatsoever. So how do we respond to the needy? What's, of course, the encouragement?
Yeah. We'll break it a little down, because when we talk about helping the needy, we are trying to help, or let me say join hands to eradicate or to embark on poverty alleviation. Let me put it that way, because the way we should see it as something that is not meant for the government. We should not see it as something that is not meant for a particular individuals or special individuals. We don't see it as something that is meant for a particular organizations. We should see it as something that we need joint effort to track, because this issue, you don't have it all. Nobody has it all. So when you see where people are, let me say, are laboring to see that lives are resuscitated, so individuals should come in and then see if there is any part they can play in such place to see that those lives are being rehabilitated. On that note, when we talk about how to encourage this, it is geared towards giving. Just give out what you can. Nobody can claim that he doesn't have anything.
You say give out what you can.
Yeah.
I'm sure someone is listening to you, say, okay, to give, that's the way we can help the needy. But what do I have to give? Maybe I'm even looking for who will give me.
Reference to what we cited one day here. When Jesus made his triumphant entrance to to Jerusalem, remember he needed a donkey. And he needed the donkey to be decorated. And he needed people to shout Hosanna. And remember that somebody gave his donkey. Those who do not have donkey, they spread their clothes on the donkey and spread some on the ground. Why those who do not have that, they climbed palm tree and broke the branches and started waving it. And those of them who could not climb the palm tree, offered the donkey and offered the clothes, they shouted Hosanna. But all of them now contributed to the successful entrance of Jesus or the Messiah to Jerusalem.
So you may not have everything, but
You
at
may
least
not
you have something.
You will have something.